Hey, fifth graders, welcome to another day of math. So, let's talk. Have you ever tried to figure out your grade for the 9 weeks? What about your grade for the year? You can use that information because it's pretty important. Once we have that information, we can use measures of center to help us analyze the information. That's what we're going to be doing today, talking about measures of center. Repeat after me. I can identify and understand mean, median, mode, and range. Okay, let's get into it. Let's start by talking about the mean. The mean is the average of the data points. It is a fair share of your data. The median, that's the number that's in the middle. That's your data point that is in the middle of all of the others after, only after you have put it in order from least to greatest. And finally, the mode is your data point that you see most frequently. Let's take our grades for a second. The one that you see the most, that's your mode. And then finally, the range is the spread of your data. It is the difference between the smallest data point and the largest data point. So if you take the largest number and subtract it from the smallest number, then you have the range. Let's do a quick recap of what we have learned so far. The mean is a fair share of the data. The median is the middle value of data when ranked from least to greatest. The mode is the data point that occurs most frequently. The range is the spread of the data. That's the difference between the smallest value and the largest value. All right, guys, let's play a game. Here's how this one's going to work. I am going to read you a scenario. You are going to tell me if we're going to use it to find the mean, the median, or the mode. Okay? Now, number one, you want to join a basketball team. However, you're not sure which team to join. So you look at the scores from the past 5 games for each team. What measure of center are you going to use to help you decide which basketball team to join? Are you going to use the mean, the median, the mode, or are you going to find the range? What do you think? If you said the mean, you are correct. You can find the average or the mean for each of the teams that you're considering joining. Number two, you are planning a party and you want to buy snacks for your guests. So you ask your friends what their favorite snack is. Which measure of center is going to help you buy the best snack that most of your friends will enjoy? Is that mean, median, mode, or range? If you said the mode, you are correct because you are looking for the most popular snack. Number three, you guys, you want to know which of your friends' age is in the middle. Are you looking for the mean, the median, the mode, or are you going to find the range? If you said the median, you are correct because the median is the data point that's in the middle. How did you enjoy that? How'd you do? Did you get them all right? I know you did. Great job. Heather wants to find the most common ice cream flavor among students in 5th grade. What measure of center would be best for her to use? All right, kids, let's go over question number 1. Heather wants to find out the most common ice cream flavor among students in 5th grade. What measure of center would be best for her to use? Keywords in this question that are going to help us out are most common. We're looking for the most common again. So the most common would be the mode. Mrs. Smith is trying to determine how the class did on their last math quiz. She is looking for the average of all the scores. What measure of center would be best for her to use? Let's move on to practice question number 2. Mrs. Smith is trying to determine how the class did on their last math quiz. She is looking for the average of all the scores. What measure of center would be best for her to analyze the data? She's looking for the average, so therefore she's going to use the mean of the data. Pause the video here, go over to the learning path and solve the problems. Then come back and check your answers. All right, let's go over our practice set questions. Richard wants to find out his current grade in math class after taking 5 quizzes. Which measure of center would be best for him to use? He's looking for the average of his grades so that he can come up with an overall grade. So therefore, he would use the mean. Next question, Janine wants to find out what dog is the most popular among young adults. Which measure of center would be the best way to show this information? Well, she's going to use the mode of the data. Mrs. Rohrer is going to average her students' grades for the first 9 weeks. Which measure of center should she use to analyze the data? Well, again, she's looking for the average, and so she's going to use the mean. And finally, which example would be best if you wanted to find the mean of a set of data? Let's take our highlighter tool so we can highlight the answer. Favorite store to shop at? No, that's not going to give us the mean. The most popular video game? No. The salary of the President of the United States? No. But the amount of time it takes to walk 1 mile. You could find the mean of this data by walking several miles and timing yourself and then averaging the amount of time it took you to walk each mile. You could have several people walk 1 mile and then average the amount of time that it took each person. Those are several ways that you could show the mean using with the scenario. What a great job today, you guys, learning about mean, median, mode, and range. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson, and I will see you next time. Bye.